Hello everybody, Namaskar. Now we are in the fourth module of the course, and this module is devoted on primary process operations both on farm and in plant. So, in today's lecture, that is lecture 16, we will be discussing about cleaning and washing. The topics which will be covered in this lecture include cleaning and washing of fruits and vegetables, cleaning of spices, good practices for cleaning and washing operations, cleaning and sanitizing agents, and towards the end of the lecture we will also discuss some of the commonly used cleaning and washing equipment. So, let us see first what is cleaning. Cleaning is a post harvest operation of removing foreign impurities such as soil, debris and any pesticide residues from the horticultural commodity or from a surface such as those of the utensils and equipment used in handling, processing and storage. So, how it is done? That is, it is done either by washing or by brushing, or sometimes both washing and brushing are used. It is a very important operation because it improves appearance of the commodity, it helps in maintaining the quality of the produce, and also it increases the shelf life. Various methods of cleaning fruits and vegetables include dry cleaning, trimming, wet cleaning, etc. Okay. In this table, I have tried to summarize the different contaminants which are found in the raw horticultural produces. For example, the filings, nuts, bolts, etc. in this form, ferrous and non-ferrous metal particles may be present in the produce, and the various sources from these metals come in the produce may include mechanized harvesting, handling and processing equipment. Similarly, even the leaves, twigs, seed or weeds, pods, skins of other plants may come from various plant sources or very different crops which might be there in the field. Okay. Hairs, bones, excreta, blood, insects, larvae, etc. they may come from the various animals through which the material may come into contact during the field or by other methods. Even microbial cells or microbial products may come into the produce. For example, there may be bacterial soft rot, fungal growth, yeast or various toxin produced by the microorganism may be there in the product, toxin like potulin, even fumonisin or different odors and colors may be there. So, this microbial cell as well as microbial products may be both in the pre-harvest, they may come from soil, irrigation water, manure or other animals which may come into the field. In the post-harvest, it may come from various wash waters, poorly cleaned equipment or cross contamination. So, the net result is that is due to one or the other reason, the raw produce may contain lot of various types of impurities, okay, and this becomes very important to clean it. Now, let us see what are the different cleaning methods. Like dry cleaning refers to the use of air or dry brushes or cloths to clean the fruit and vegetables. This is done with the help of machines which are fitted with brushes, and it is used in crops that can be adequately cleaned without water. Soft tissues and delicate commodities with large water adhering surfaces areas such as berries and grapes, etc. they are not very good commodities for water cleaning or wet cleaning. So, they are generally dry cleaned using air blowers or vacuum methods. Brushes loosen any leaf or tightly attached particles and give a polishing effect. Dry brushing can be done for removal of white cottony mealy bugs attached in between the surfaces hulls of the custard apple fruits. The fruits and vegetables which are generally suitable for our dry cleaning include onion, garlic, okra, grapes, strawberry, mushroom, etc. Trimming, removal of the unwanted leaves, stems or roots prior to their packaging and storage is called trimming. It improves attractiveness of the produce and also reduces storage space by eliminating the unwanted materials. Trimming reduces the likelihood of disease or their spread, facilitating packaging and handling, and it reduces damages to other products. It is done in some vegetables like lettuce, cabbage, cauliflower, etc. In case of grapes, trimming of bunches is done to remove the undersized, immature, dried, split and damaged berries. Wet cleaning, or in other words washing, the produce is washed with clean water, usually by putting in a water tank having a continuous flow of water with agitation, depending upon the type of the dirt which is present there. So, washing under a shower with pressurized water is more helpful in removing the soil from the root vegetables like carrot, radish, turnip, etc. Rotary drum machines or barrel washers is used for potato and other root vegetables. Brush washers take care of cleaning of individual fruits or vegetables. So, the wet cleaning or washing applications may be done to remove soil and pesticide residues in the root crops, to have soft fruits and vegetables which are due to lesser mechanical damage. It is beneficial, that is the washing and cleaning may be done to soft fruits and vegetables. Okay. It is more effective than dry cleaning, because less damage is here and better cleaning is there. Okay. It is greater microbial deterioration, right. In this, the deterioration or removal of the microorganism, microbial contamination is more here in the case of wet cleaning than in comparison to that of the dry cleaning. Use of recirculated filter and chlorinated water should be used to ensure that yes, the cleaning is proper and contamination removal is proper. So, the different methods of washing of fruits and vegetables, okay, that is listed in this slide. The washing can be done either batch wise or in continuous methods. So, generally in the small factory, washing tubs are used, whereas in the big factories continuous type of washing systems are used. So, what are different washing methods or washing system like soaking, water sprayer, rotating drum, rotating brush or vibrate washers are used. In the soaking method, it is, as you can see here in this figure, that is, it is the flowing water or other liquid and the commodity is soaked in that. It is only effective to eliminate dust or other impurities which are attached on the surface of the produce. This method is often used as a pre-cleaning operation. Water sprayer varies from low pressure to high or wide range to straight to the product. It is effective to remove firmly attached soil or dirt. This method can be used for a variety of products, but with the appropriate pressure ranges. Okay. So, here pressurized water spray is basically used. In the rotating drum, that is the rotating drum are used for commercial scale because of its being simple, high capacity and immediate cleaning and minor damage to the product. Okay. The level of cleanliness depends upon the rotating drum speed, okay, or the roughness of the surface drum and the time of washing. The rotating brush in this system, you can see here in the figure, okay, a brush is there that rotates and it has higher effectiveness. The method is effective for removing sand, clay or pesticide residues. Brush can be made from fiber, rubber or sponge or other materials that can be replaced after wear out. Vibrates washer works on the strong vibration, on the principles of strong vibration. It needs strong construction due to high vibration and repeated mechanical wear and tear. You can see here in the picture, of a vibrating washer is shown. So, in combination, it is a good practice by the industry to follow a combination of method, that is some pre-washing method, air cleaning, etc. So, good washing procedure are using a combination of 2 or more procedures. The washing procedures can be integrated with the materials inside the factory. Okay. Here, like you can see, there is the roller with brush cleaning system. It is a rolling as well as brush cleaning, both are used. The equipment consists of a roller with brush cleaning system, brush washing system. It is made up of stainless steel tube and brush. The brush is made of polyethylene and will make revolution as the movement of the stainless steel chain. Fruits are driven to circumvolve and washed by the brush. At the same time, the bad or rejected fruits can be picked up manually and then sent away by the scrap conveying device. It can be used for washing and cleaning up taro, sweet potato, radish, carrot, potato, ginger, etc. That is mostly the root vegetables and tubers. Now, let us discuss about some of the washing processes which are used for the fresh produce, like produces like apple, cucumbers and other such produce, farm produce, and which are little firm in texture. There the removal of waxy preservative in warm water is the main process, because these apples etc. to increase their shelf life, some wax coating is applied. So, the washing procedure must be efficient to remove the all wax. In the root vegetables like potato, carrot, turnip etc., here clean with firm scrub brush under lukewarm running water. Okay. Fruits like melons etc., they are cleaned with a vegetable brush and washed thoroughly under the running water. Fruits like peaches, plums and other soft fruits, they are washed under running water and dried with a paper towel. Grapes, cherries and berries were washed gently under cold running water right before their use. Mushrooms, they are cleaned with a soft brush or wiped with a soft wet paper towel to remove the dirt. Herbs are rinsed by dipping and swishing in a bowl of cool water and dry with the paper towels. So, these are some of the washing procedures for some common fruits and vegetables. Now, there is particularly in the case of vegetables, because of their proximity to the soil in the root, tubers etc., they might be associated with various contaminant, microbial contaminants etc. So, it becomes very important to sanitize these commodities. So, along with the washing water, some sanitizers are added. The commonly used sanitizers include halogens like chlorine, chlorine dioxide, iodine, then ionic compounds like trisodium phosphate, quaternary ammonium compounds, active oxygen compounds like hydrogen peroxide, peracetic acid, ozone, or even physical methods like irradiation by using ionizing radiation, ultraviolet light, infrared light, okay, or a combination of various procedures like multiple procedures that supplement and enhance each other effectiveness. Okay. So, different the sanitizers, commonly used sanitizers, their allowable labels, advantages and disadvantages are given in this slide. I will just like, for example, chlorine, if you can see, its allowable levels are 50 to 200 ppm for 1 to 2 minutes. That is the correct contact time, and the water should be, the pH should be in the range of 6 to 7.5. So, it is a cheap, easy to use, effective and can be bought over the counter, but it has a disadvantages of being corrosive to the equipment. It degrades with age and exposure to sunlight and heat, and does not work with a higher organic loads in water. It is pH dependent. So, chlorine oxide, it is less than 3 ppm recommended levels for fruits and vegetables, even 1 ppm for peeled potatoes, etc. It is easy to use, effective at low concentration, but it breaks down with exposure to sunlight, has to be generated on site before use, and not as stable as chlorine. Cost wise also it is about twice as costly as the chlorine. Acidified sodium chloride, its recommended level may be 500 to 1200 ppm at pH 2.3 to 2.9. It is better at killing the microorganism than chlorine because of the low pH, and it is generated on site by blending before use. Peracetic acid, its recommended level, allowable level are less than 80 ppm when used on fruits and vegetables. It is non-corrosive to equipment, works at a wide range of pH values and temperature, and it is not as sensitive to organic load as chlorine. However, its cost is more than the chlorine. Vinegar odor is there, it loses its effectiveness in the presence of metals. Hydrogen peroxide, it is allowable level is less than 59 ppm when blended with acetic acid and applied to fruits and vegetables that are not RAC, environmental friendly, declared as GRAS 2 by FDA. Higher concentration can cause browning or bleaching in certain products and can be corrosive and irritative. It is unstable, it degrades fast. So, ozone, of course, there are no regulatory limits or levels in many countries for ozone, but typically it is used at 2 to 10 ppm for up to 5 minutes. It is declared GRAS by FDA, environmental friendly, effective at low concentration, but it has to be generated on site. It is unstable for highly reactive, corrosive to equipment, and OSHA requirement on implies exposure. Okay. Now, let us see the good cleaning practices and protocols, which is normally we say GMP for cleaning. So, it has to be followed, that is good protocols has to be followed at each and every stage of cleaning. For example, harvest containers and receiving areas, that is here remove as much as dirt as possible from the harvest containers, trailers and boxes between the harvest users. This should be done outside the cleaning and packing facilities and isolated from water source for processing. Containers that have been in direct contact with soil should be specifically marked and should not be allowed to enter the receiving or packaging area at any time. Use a second set of containers and handling boxes inside the facility and mark them especially to be used inside the facility. Then proper cleaning procedure, very important step, that is it should be efficient, effective to remove soil and dirt by dry cleaning, brushing or air blower, whatever the case may be. Initially wash with water to remove surface dirt or dry clean for delicate commodities, wash with sanitizing agent, usually chemical disinfectant, etc., and then perform a final rinse with the water. Quality of the washing water is again an important aspect, that is washing water must be free from any microbial pathogen. Recycled water should be treated and maintained in proper condition. To ensure better product quality, keep water temperature as low as possible, at a lower level, and monitor the treatment and quality of the water and keep it under control. Then correct sanitizing procedures should be followed. Okay. The sanitizing agents which are used, they should be effective to reduce the microbial contamination. Okay. But mind it, these sanitizers, they just reduce the contaminant, but not completely eliminate them. So, this has to be taken into account by other means. Then handling and use of sanitizing agent, good practices for that. Storage of sanitizers must be separated from fresh produce and packing materials. Carefully follow a specific handling and usage instructions for each product. Employees must wear goggles, gloves and protective clothing when using alkaline or acidic agents. As sanitizers are classified as pesticide agents, country specific regulations for proper disposal should be followed. Regulatory or regularly trained employees and operators on safe handling and preparation practices, means that the employees which are handling washing etc., they should be properly trained. They should know what are the different sanitizers, their effectiveness, how they should use. So, they should be having good knowledge about their sanitizers and their application procedures. Now, let us discuss about the cleaning of spices and condiments. Obviously, that is the proper cleaning of spices is also necessary to ensure the removal of foreign matters found in the herbs and spices supplied by the farmers. Okay. And these various foreign matters which are impurities which might be present in the commodity may include sand, stones, dust, nails, railing wares, pieces of jute, cotton threads, nuts, bolts, pieces of charcoal, toys, rodent droppings and dead and live insects etc. So many things, okay, depending upon the practices used in the field at the time of manufacturing the commodity or at the time of harvesting the produce. So, cleaning in a factory fitted with modern equipment is very important to ensure that the end product is of sufficient quality. Okay. Cleaning operations should conserve the methods are mentioned basic qualities, like qualities means that aroma, flavor, pungency, bite, color, these are the very important quality attributes of the spice. So, the cleaning operations or cleaning procedure which is used, this must not have any undesirable, unwanted influence on these characteristics of the produce, desirable characteristics, quality characteristics of the produce. Cleaning equipment must take into consideration the size, shape and density of the herbs and spices to be cleaned. The equipment commonly which are used for removing foreign materials from the commodity include magnetic separator, sifters, air tables, de-stoners, air separators, indent separators, spiral gravity separators, so on. Cleaning operations are sensitive and also cleaning operations are expensive considering the cost of the equipment and labor, and they are likely loss of the produce during the operation if proper care is not taken. Okay. So, as far as possible the operators should operate this equipment with utmost effectiveness and carefulness, so as to ensure that there is a minimum loss or no loss of the produce and the quality characteristics, quality attributes of the commodities are maintained. So, now let us see that the principles of operation and working of the some important or major types of this cleaning equipment, like magnetic separator. You can see here in the figure, here the magnets are used to remove iron particles and pieces of metals and protect the grinding equipment from damage. Okay. The forms of the magnets may be plate type or bar type, and since the iron particles are removed only if they come into the contact with the magnet, the flow of the product past the magnet should not be too dense, that is, it should be slowly, so that all the magnet particles they are come in the in contact with the magnets. So, the magnets must also be cleaned periodically according to a schedule designed around the quality requirement and a system that allows the procedure or product to flow over 2 or 3 magnets is much more effective than using a single magnet. So, multiple magnets may be placed. So, if there is a 1 or 2 pieces are or if they are remaining in one magnet, they can be separated in the second one. So, here you can see the magnetic particles at blue side, they are coming and the magnets are, that is. So, by having the properly controlling the movement of the magnet or having 2-3 such magnets in parallel, one can have the effective separation. Shifters, okay, shifters, they separate the commodity based on the size and shape. Shifters remove particles of wrong size and from the product via a set of vibrating screens are provided here in the figure. The efficiency of the shifters depend on the uniform size of the produced. The shifting operation may not be 100% efficient if the products are not uniformly spherical or round. In such situations, the shifting operation becomes very difficult and does not clean the product effectively. So, here in the shifter, that is the uniformity or spherical or round materials can be separated properly. Air tables, here separation is based on density. Okay. Air tables separate the light and heavy materials and are commonly used for cleaning the spices. The spice is put on a wire mesh screen fixed on to the table and a stream of air is passed through the screen, as you can see here in the picture. The light materials are suspended higher in the air and are thrown out by the force of the air. Rotational vibration is adjusted so that heavy particles are pushed up the screen by repeated tapping. The tilt, rotational vibration of the screen and the airflow are adjustable as per the specified requirements for the particular spice being cleaned. The pneumatic separators, you can see how it works in the picture, it is shown. Its separation is based on density, size and shape. In this case, air separators also work on the same principle as that of the air tables. The difference here is that a thin stream of the herb or spice is made to fall through the horizontal airflow. Heavier particles fall straight to the bottom, while lighter particles are blown to the side, as you can see here in the picture. Some air separators operate with a vertical flow of air, but the principle of operation is the same. Then de-stoners, there is a separation based on the density, size and shape. Okay. De-stoners are used to remove heavy stones and pieces of rock, while air tables separate the product into as many groups as necessary. The airflow, inclination and vibration of the screen and the type of screen used are adjusted as per the material requirement or as per the type of the material being cleaned. Then intended separators, the intended separators work on the difference in shape between the herbs or spice and the foreign materials. The herb or spice is fed into one end of a revolving drum with rows of uniformly shaped intenders designed to fit only the herb or spice being separated. As the drum revolves, the centrifugal forces hold the desired material in these cavities, while foreign materials return to the center of the drum. The rotational forces move the herb or spice out of the machine and onto a collection through the foreign materials are collected separately and disposed of. Different herbs and spices required different drums designs depending upon their own size and shape. You can see that how it works, that is the intended separators. Their working principle is shown in the figure. Then spiral gravity separators are the other types of equipment, important equipment. These are used to separate spherical spice seeds from non-spherical materials including the other seed and rodent excreta. The spiral separators, as you can see here in the figure, they consist of a U-shaped trough that curves downwards into a spiral trough, which the spherical spice seeds like black or white peppers etc., they are fed into the top of the separators. They gain speed as they roll down the chute, and as they pick up the speed, the centrifugal forces drive them up the side of the chute. Non-spherical low dense seeds cannot attain the same speed, so they slide down to the center of the chute. So, a divider at the bottom of the chute separates the spice seeds at the side of the chute from the foreign materials in the center of the chute. Spiral separators do not require a motor or blower, as gravitational forces are sufficient to achieve the separating effect. Now, these were the various systems and machines used for cleaning. These are used for the on-farm cleaning operation, but the same system can be used for in-plant cleaning as well, but there are certain points to be noted for the important for the in-plant cleaning, like equipment should be such designed and thorough that the thorough cleaning and disinfection are easily possible. Buildings, equipment, implements, utensils etc., all other physical equipment and facilities should be regularly checked and cleaned in a timely and appropriate manner. Staff members responsible for cleaning and hygiene, they should have sufficient knowledge about the possible contaminations and health hazards etc. Disinfection and pest control in the processing facility and storage area should be regular. Waste material should be collected in a systematic manner and removed from handling and working areas as often as necessary. Okay. So, with this now I will summarize this lecture, that the cleaning is very important operation in a food industry, particularly in the horticulture processing industry, fruits and vegetable processing industry, because it reduces the likelihood of diseases or other spread, it facilitates packaging and handling and reduces damage to the other produces. Cleaning equipment must take into consideration the size, shape and density of the fruit, vegetable, herbs and spices to be cleaned. Cleaning in a factory fitted with modern equipment is very important to ensure that the end product is of sufficient quality, and the employees and operators in food processing plants must ensure safe cleaning, washing and sanitizing protocols and practices in order to get the proper efficiency of the system, as well as to get the to maintain the best quality of the produce, that is cleaned product. These are the references which are used in this lecture. With this, thank you very much for your patience here.